So we got to talk about PFF did a list of the ideal draft for the New York Giants. And I got to say, it's not that crazy. It really isn't. Um, Not necessarily how I would go, but I can see how they would do it. So the very first thing is you got pick one, round one. Sorry, pick three, round one. You got Cam Ward. The only thing I question is, first off, I don't think Cam Ward. There's no way in hell Cam Ward is available at pick three. I do still think he's the best quarterback in this draft. I do think he's a guy who's going to go ahead and probably get picked one or two at the worst, depending on what the Titans do. But yeah, like I said, you're going to tell me I'm going to get Cam Ward. I'm game.
Yep.
I'm game. I'm done. Like, that is my number one scenario, is to get Cam Ward in a Giants uniform.
We've talked about this multiple times.
Yes, I know. It's like we do that. The horse is just even more dead than usual.
Yeah.
Ghost horse. But I mean, it makes sense. We need a quarterback. Here's the best quarterback in the draft. Done. Simple. That's how cut and dry it is. Our second round pick, they went with Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame. Definitely not a hunchback, that's for sure. Bleacher Report says Benjamin Morrison is a versatile cornerback prospect out of Notre Dame, known for his quickness, fluidity, and ability to play both outside and in the slot. Standing at 6 foot and weighing 190 pounds, Morrison brings a well-rounded skill set to the position. His athleticism, combined with his physicality and football IQ, make him a compelling option for NFL teams looking to bolster their secondary. He is a former freshman All-American with a ton of playing experience under his belt. Yeah, sign me up. An experienced corner that's not named Deonte or Banks. Like, I've said it before, I'll say it again. You draft based on what's available. But the ideal scenario would be that we get a cornerback in the first 3 rounds. Whether it's 1, 2, 3, I don't care. It depends on, again, how everybody else plays it out. But that's the ideal scenario. And then we get a free agent as well. And you really bolster that secondary. You know, if Banks acts like a Banks again, we can just go ahead and close the bank down. Pretend it's a national holiday.
Sorry, it's President's Day. Get out.
Get out of cut it out.
Yeah, cut it out.
That's we just can't have that again. I mean, like, the Giants were in no position to actually discipline Banks very much last year, I felt like, because they needed him. Point blank. Like, as bad as Banks was, think about how much worse everybody else was behind him. Like,
yeah.
There's a reason he was starting, not just because of the draft position.
It was more of a need than anything else.
Yeah, and you got to kill that need, because if you kill the need, you take his leverage away from him, and you level that playing field with him. It's got to get done. And a guy like Morrison could be a good guy to have, because, again, he plays inside, he can play outside. I still wonder what they're going to do with Drew Phillips next season. I still wonder if they're going to try to put him inside sometimes. He was just that good. I can understand the school of thought. I can also understand the school of thought of don't mess with it. If it ain't broke, don't try to fix it.
Yeah.
But it's a risk either way, because you know what? He played outside in college. It's not like he's a slot guy that hasn't played it outside. He played outside in college. So you could bring him inside. And you bring on a guy like Morrison, and you go, okay, you know what? We're going to flip-flop this around until we figure out who's better on the outside, who's better on the inside. That's makes a lot of sense, I think, at that point. Round 3.
Fight.
Listen, guys. I'm going to get points off for pronunciation, probably. So, JT Tuimolu, Ohio State edge rusher. I know I probably just butchered his last name, and I apologize to him and his family. So, the Bleacher Report said he projects well as a traditional hand-of-the-ground defensive end in even fronts. He has great size and can be a good run defender with his strength and physicality at the point of attack. Setting the edge is fairly easy for him, and he can get off blocks to make plays against the rushing attack. We do a 3-4, so I'm a bit puzzled by that there, but it is what it is. Listen, we need edge help.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Again, I said it with the corner thing. I'll say it again. You don't force a pick. But to me, 1, 2, 3. If things work out the way I hope, quarterback, and then defensive line corner. Which, regardless of one defensive line or corner, second or third, I don't care. Edge rusher we need. Let's be very frank in that. We already lost Boogie Basham. He already left. We already are going to potentially lose Azeez Ojulari, depending on what happens in free agency. That gives us Kayvon, who is hurt almost every year. And that gives us Burns, who, all the credit in the world, he played extremely beat up and hurt last year. But, we need some depth at that position. I'm just not sure. Round 3 is where I'm looking for edge depth.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a round 4, round 5 kind of thing, along with a free agent move. A guy that you can go ahead and get to start if need be, but a guy that can sit on the bench just as well. That kind of fringe kind of starter kind of guy. I don't know, like an Azeez Ojulari, for example.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping we keep him. I ended up crazy, I know. I'm still hoping we keep him. But I admit freely I get attached to players sometimes.
Yeah, especially because he has the ability to play when he has the availability. But
yeah, put him on the bench. He'll have the availability.
Yeah,
he won't get hurt as much. That's the thing. You can't start. He can't be that dependable. But put him as a backup. He's a decent backup. We saw it last year. Kayvon went out and he sucked against the run. Don't get me wrong. You lost a lot in the run defense, but he was better than Kayvon in the pass rush. He's not a bum, that's for sure. So, but yeah, like I said, overall, I'm not going to complain about a third round edge rusher. We got the top quarterback in the league, and we got a decent corner in the second round. That alone is enough to make me happy. I'm good. The bar has been set so low for me that I'm happy with that.
That's so sad.
We have a quarterback. Like, I'm serious. If we go get Cam Ward and we get another veteran to start for Cam Ward at the beginning of the season, if not the whole rookie season, I'll let him sit and learn some of the stuff he needs to learn. I'm happy right there alone. Anything else that happens there, it's just gravy. I know I should have higher expectations, but I'm a Giants fan. They've been lowered over the years. A little Mad TV. Lowered expectations. I used to love that show.
So good.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.